So please raise up your hands if you've ever been criticized for having a messy desk. Okay, I see. I'm going to say that's a lot. Okay, thank you. But what if I told you those sticky notes you threw around, those coffee stains you accidentally left, could be your best creative partner? To be honest, I'm not an orderly person. I left papers in random piles, pens lying crisscrossed, and the walls of my room are covered in clutter poster and to-do list. Like most of you, this kind of environment caused my mother's annoyance. And whenever she walked into my room, she would say, "The plane exploded here." So, in order to become a so-called self-disciplined person, I decided to change. Every day after work, I'd spend about 20 minutes to tidy up my desk to keep it clean. And for a month, I had only a plan and a computer on my desk. But after passing through a period of time, I come to realize the neater, the more anxious. When everything was in its place, I feel like my brain was locked in a cubicle too. And I've done some really bad subjective work at that time because I couldn't think of anything interesting. But later, once when I was taking things from the cabinet, accidentally all the papers inside spilled out, and I was like, oh. But at the moment, I thought that maybe I shouldn't be neat for the sake of being neat. So I no longer deliberately maintain. After that, inspiration has struck me when I stare at the cluttered notes. So when I realized this amazing phenomenon, I thought, why? Are those just coincidence? So I started to search for some materials. You know, as a teenager, when we are curious about something, maybe we're not good researcher, but we can be good searcher. So Dr. Catherine Vos from the University of Minnesota conducted experiments in which she administered 3 creativity tests, randomly dividing participants into 2 groups, one in the orderly lab environments and one in the disorderly lab environments. So for the following, let's call them the neat group and the messy groups. So in the first test, participants were asked to come up with as many novel uses for a ping pong ball as they could in 10 minutes. And the messy groups came up with 34% more ideas per person than the neat group. The second test, participants were asked to design slogans for a kind of healthy drinks. And the consequence shows that the neat group are more likely to use conventional words such as vibrant and natural, but the messy groups are more likely to use many unconventional combinations such as hack your taste like a hacker. And these were 41% easier to memorize. And the third test, participants do charitable donation decisions, and the neat group, this time, donate 2.5 times more money than the messy groups. So this test suggests that people in orderly, tidy environments tend to be more conventional, increasing efficiency and altruism, while chaotic, irregular environments can boost divergent thinking, creativity, and non-conventional thinking, because the chaotic environments can lower the brain's cognitive filtering threshold, which can let more unconventional associations to enter the consciousness. It's like a gym zone, where yoga requires clean spaces, but kickboxing requires swinging punching bags. Okay, now, how can we apply this interesting mechanism? The Microsoft Surface Design team has a whiteboard center rules. They prohibit erasing 30% of the inspiration drafts on the left, and the team conducts weekly graffiti archaeology to dig for potential concepts. And the surface style interaction design was inspired by a scribble of an old telephone turntable. Or look at writer Neil Gaiman's workbench, full of little toys. He said that these useless things were suddenly whispered to me, such as pocket watch and dinosaurs, which make up the fantasy clock in Caroline. So, what do we get? Areas where tasks are performed can keep tidy, while creative workspace can be kept in controlled chaos. So here's what we can do. We can name it the 3-zone desktop management method. So the far left is the order zone. Put common tools to-do list, which can also give our left brain a sense of security. To the right is the chaos zone. Put up weird things that can make your heart race. I've played fossil carols, music CDs, or even supermarket recepts. So just whatever you want. And in the middle is the buffer zone, an utopia where we can use sufficiency and displace inspirations. Okay, so I'll leave you with this. I know we're taught from childhood to be neat, and our education system scores standard answers, and companies use KPI to stuff our unconventional thinking. And I feel so sorry, yet that's the reality. We're strangling the potential superpower of humanity, that is, turning chaos into poetry. But look, Einstein's desk is covered in soot. Leonardo da Vinci's manuscripts are covered in graffiti. These world-changing minds, it seems, are adept to dancing with chaos, because they know that excessive order is like putting shade words to our brain. Appropriate, but suffocating. When we are no longer afraid of losing control, those seemingly scattered fragments will eventually be arranged into new constellations in the magnetic field of creativity. Thank you.